John Paranchi is the go-to for many looking to decode property trends. He's held a top 10 spot at McGrath Estate Agents and recently scored the coveted prize of #1 sales agent at the Australian Real Estate Awards. His local market has held tight for the past year owing to low interest rates, informing many people's decision to upgrade their homes. I spoke with John, who gave me some insight into his listing area. What's changed in the market in the past 12 months or stayed the same?
There hasn't been a big deal of change in the amount of property sold. In fact, locally, similar amount of properties have transacted in the last financial year than the previous financial year, which is probably going a little bit against the trend or what's being reported at the moment. I think prices are up overall in our marketplace of Gladesville, Tennyson Point and Putney, which is where I specialise. We've probably seen on average about a 5% increase over the last 12 months, with the majority of that increase happening probably in the last 6 months.
So the market's been on a bit of an upward climb. Has it been a good year for you?
We've had 63 sales for the year, close to $80 million. Our clearance rate's been up around 91%, which is fantastic considering we've probably auctioned well in excess of 55 properties for the year. And our average days on market, which is really important, is hovering around 31 days. So on average, it takes us 31 days to sell a home from the time it comes on the market.
Any standout sales?
A couple of standout sales, yeah. There was one at 14 Dick Street, Henley, which Tracy Dixon and I sold not long ago. That sold for $3.3 million under the hammer. So that's a new record for a non-waterfront in Henley. The client had not physically inspected the property until just before the auction. They watched the video several times, well his wife did anyway, came along, registered to bid at auction and ended up buying it at $3.3 million. They're just going to show you the power of the video and the fact that they had not physically walked through a property and paid $3 million plus for this home. Fantastic. Another standout is probably 69 Champion Road at Tennyson Point. Not necessarily a record there, but what we had was a property which a year and a half ago we'd sold for $1.5 million. To this particular client. Their plans had changed, so they decided to sell. Their goal was not to lose too much money. We took it to auction last week and $1.725, so $225,000 increase on what they paid a year and a half earlier. The Hunters Hill office has done really well as well. We've averaged, I think, 74% clearance rate, which is fairly impressive considering a lot of our homes are in the $2 and $3 and $4 million price range. We've achieved $341 million in sales out of 269 properties, and the average days on market has been 35, which is also outstanding. Once again, when you're dealing with more expensive homes, they traditionally take longer to sell. Not in this case. Probably the most impressive thing has been the amount of buyers we've entered into our database. Over 2,000 new buyers have been registered in the McGrath database looking to buy homes in the local area, which is outstanding. There's over, I think now we've got 14 or 15,000 people registered looking to buy in the local area, which will get an email alert as soon as the property goes live, which is a huge benefit to anyone that is considering selling.